Ready?
Hey guys,
Can you wait for a second, please? I'm just scanning the audience.
hey colleagues, my name is Brian Ogoti, and I'm here to talk about something important that I believe in. One thing I believe is that leaders are men, but they're not born. I have a few reasons for that. There's a quote that I read one time. It said, if we say leaders are born, then it's the same thing as saying criminals are also born. It's a learned behavior. People are not born criminals. People learn those behaviors from the way they are brought up, the kind of environment they live in and the surrounding. And that brings me to the point that leadership is being able to inspire others, motivate, and be motivated to do what others have done before and follow in the same footsteps. Why do I say so? Leaders must behave in a trustworthy manner in order to set a good example for those they lead. That's one of the best leadership qualities that exist. Another thing, leaders' performance will be improved by asking subordinates, the people they work with. If you ask your juniors, you ask your seniors. That's the only way to lead people. Because you can't be a good leader if you are trying to do things your own way, or things have to be done your way. That's no success of being a leader. That's give me a strong point to argue on about leaders being made other than being born. We have seen most of the 100 Fortune companies, like when the CEOs leave the company, most of the people come through the hierarchy. You find that the assistant takes over the management level. It's what they learned, and they try to fit into the footsteps of it, because with time they realize what they do best, and they keep on the same motto with the company. Part of being a good leader means harnessing the strengths of employees to do the best possible job on a daily basis, and that's leading by example and learning from others, those who were there before, and keeping the same steps. One may make changes, that's good leadership, but in consultation with the company's protocols. So that's why I believe leaders are men, they are not born. It's better to do the right thing, like for the legal ethics standards, to be a good leader, because for you to understand the traditions of most companies, you have to be there for a while, because like when you go to a new company, it takes a while before you get the niche or what they do, or why do they do what they do, because sometimes we may have opposition, or this should be done this way, and that's no leadership. Leadership is about consultation. That's why I believe leaders are men, they are not born. And another thing, it's important to clearly state the goals to the employees to be a good leader, so that you don't question when they do things the other way around, other than your way. Another important thing I realize about leadership in the business world, they should praise employees on job well done, and if they haven't done something as per the company protocols or by the company traditions, they sit down and try to explain. That's all about leadership, other than dictating or saying this should be done this way, no question about it. I believe it's a two-way traffic for you to be a good leader. Another thing, I believe leaders should constantly be on the lookout for ways to improve their own performance by accepting evaluations and taking them positively. If they need to improve on something, they need to look at the complaints that come in. That's all about leadership, other than being negative on day-to-day outcomes of the company and the way performances. And another thing, I think leaders should look out for ways to improve their subordinates to be able to take over from them in case they are not around tomorrow. Another thing, delegation is necessary in order for a leader to perform well. Delegation of duties. Most successful leaders, they kind of delegate, they don't like do everything or take all the credit, they give credit to others. So they delegate duties and give credit. And you find that most time, people are not good leaders, they kind of take all the credit, even from the subordinates, those are bad qualities, and that's I believe leaders are made. I believe leaders are made through learning on day-to-day basis. And leaders should understand that money is not the best way to motivate employees. The best way is to look at the quality of what they do. You can get all the money in the world, but you can't be a leader. You can get everything in a company. You can be given the best pay as possible, but that's not leadership. Being highly paid in a company doesn't mean you're the leader. Leadership has to start with leading by example and accepting others the way they are. To end up my argument on this, maximum efficiency is achieved when a leader helps people to motivate themselves. Like I can call a mother who actually places cement blocks under the desk. Show the people we're leading that this is how it's done. Be practical. It's not about just spoken word. Practicality is one of the best key to being a good leader. And these are things that comes with time and getting used to the environment where you work at and understanding where the company is heading. So that concludes my argument that I believe leadership is built with time. It's not just born in a person. Thank you very much.